The 29th of April, the story ended. For WIZ ONEs, it was 2.5 years of blessings. A group that felt too perfect to be temporary. But after the lights went out, one question stayed. What happens next? The separation began almost immediately. June 2021 marked the first clear step forward. On June 19, Miyawaki Sakura held her graduation concert from HKT48. The title, Bouquet, felt fitting. A farewell, but also something handed forward. 8 days later, on June 27, she stood on the HKT48 theater stage for the final time. Before leaving Japan, Sakura revealed another side of her plans by launching her cosmetic brand, Cran by Molac. By August, movement came from multiple directions at once. On August 24, Kwon Eunbi became the first izone member to debut solo. Her mini-album Open dropped with the title track, Door. The symbolism was quiet, but obvious. The leader who had carried izone through difficult moments now stepped forward alone. The music leaned mature and steady, showing the direction she wanted to take. That same night, Chaeyeon entered a completely different kind of spotlight. She joined the dance crew Want on Mnet's Street Woman Fighter, a stage without the usual protections of idol life. No vocals, no image protection, only skill. Want finished 7th overall, but Chaeyeon proved she belonged among dancers who had been working as professional dancers for years. Sakura returned to Korea in August as well. She signed with HYBE, one of the biggest entertainment companies in K-pop. It felt like something big was about to come. October brought another shift. On October 7, Yuri debuted solo with Glassy. With two members now standing alone, the contrast became clear. Yuri leaned into emotional delivery and vocal focus, choosing a different musical direction from Eunbi. Choi Yena took a different route. While rumors of a solo debut followed her, the music never came, at least not yet. Instead, she appeared regularly on variety shows, quickly becoming one of the most booked faces on shows like Animal Detective and Girls' High School Mystery Class. In Japan, Honda Hitomi also looked beyond performance. On October 21, she launched her own cosmetic brand, No Tone, balancing business ambitions while continuing activities with AKB48. November arrived quietly, then answered months of silence. Kim Chaewon had vanished from public view after disbandment, leaving fans guessing. The reason finally became clear. She had signed with Source Music under HYBE, the same company Sakura had joined. Things started to make sense. Something new was coming together. Kim Minju received a similar offer from HYBE. She chose not to take it. Rather than returning to the stage, she turned toward acting, choosing to become an actress rather than returning to idol activities. December changed the pace entirely. On December 1, Yujin and Wonyoung debuted together in IVE under Starship Entertainment. The youngest members now stood at the front of a new group. 11 climbed charts quickly, its choreography spreading just as fast. From the start, IVE looked confident, expensive, and well-prepared. That same day in Japan, Yabuki Nako stood at the center of HKT48's second album, Outstanding. While Yujin and Wonyoung stepped forward in Korea, Nako reclaimed her position at home. 2 paths, 2 countries, 1 date. December 22 added another layer. Hyewon released a special winter album titled W, balancing music with her growing interest in acting. Days later, on December 28, she made her acting debut in the web series Best Mistake Season 3, focusing more on acting while still releasing music. By the end of 2021, the picture had fully shifted. Some members debuted again, Some chose solo careers, some built businesses, others stepped into acting. The group had not disappeared. It had divided into 12 directions. The question left behind was simple. Could those paths hold on their own? 2022 opened with things already moving. IVE's 11 continued climbing charts into the new year. Yujin and Wonyoung had carried their audience with them. Fans who followed WIZ ONEs stayed. New listeners arrived through the song and its choreography. IVE quickly settled into the picture as more than a post-project debut. On January 17, Choi Yena made her solo debut with under UAW Entertainment. The title track matched her immediately. Bright, playful, and energetic. During WIZ ONEs, Yena had been the member who kept the mood light on camera. Her solo music followed that same direction, leaning into personality rather than image. In Japan, Hitomi reached a major milestone. She was finally chosen as center for AKB48's 59th single. After returning from WIZ ONEs, she had steadily risen within the group. This moment confirmed her position. April brought IVE's first comeback. Love Dive arrived stronger than 11.
Song of the Year 수상자는 IVE 축하합니다.
The song swept multiple Song of the Year awards. In just 4 months, IVE had moved from a strong debut to a group sitting at the center of attention. The 2nd of May 2022 marked a massive moment. Sakura and Chaewon debuted together in SSERAFIM under Source Music and Hybe. Their first mini-album introduced a group built on confidence and directness. For Sakura, this was her 3rd debut. For Chaewon, it was her 2nd, and her first time leading a group. SSERAFIM entered the scene immediately, not quietly. The balance shifted. 2 former WIZ ONEs members at the front of IVE. 2 former WIZ ONEs members at the front of SSERAFIM. Same generation, same charts, same stages. It created a friendly competition. In August, SSERAFIM returned with the song leaned bold and rhythmic, carrying a message about handling pressure. The song became a massive hit. It pushed the group further, especially outside Korea. IVE came the same month with Afterlight, continuing their run without slowing down. That's when the paths crossed again. Former groupmates met again on music shows, this time on opposite sides. Fans who once voted together had to split their support. The competition stayed polite, but it was clear. October brought more movement. On October 12, Lee Chaeyeon debuted solo with Hush Rush under WM Entertainment. The release highlighted her vocals and style. Audiences received it in line with her reputation. 4 days later, Nako announced her graduation from HKT48 at the group's 11th anniversary concert. Like Sakura before her, she was preparing to step away from the Japanese idol system. Around this period, both Nako and Hitomi began turning toward acting. For Nako, it meant returning to work she had started as a child. For Hitomi, it meant exploring something new. The year continued without pause. Eunbi released and expanding her solo catalog. She also appeared in a musical, adding another layer to her work. Yuri continued her Y Waltz series with and made her acting debut in the web series Mimicus. Hyewon continued building her acting resume through multiple projects. Minju, already experienced as a music show MC, signed with Management Soup to focus on acting. She appeared in The Forbidden Marriage and received the 2022 MBC Drama Award for Best New Actress. By the end of 2022, everything was running smoothly. All 12 were moving at once. The question no longer sat on whether they could stand on their own. It shifted to how far each path could go. 2023 showed how far each path had come. January marked a small but telling shift.
마지막 인사드리기 전에 저희가 이제 1년 4개월 동안 열심히 또 해주신 또 이제 뮤직뱅크 은행장으로서 열심히 해주신 장원영 씨께 이제 정말 수고했다는 말씀 드리고 싶습니다.
너무 감사했어요.
Wonyoung stepped down from her role as Music Bank MC. She had held the position since IVE's debut, but the group's schedule had grown too heavy. April 1 brought Nako's graduation concert from HKT48. After years with the group, she officially stepped away to focus on acting in Japan. It was a clear transition, closing her idol chapter and moving forward without hesitation. IVE dominated the year. They released I Am, followed by Baddie. Each comeback topped charts. Music show wins stacked quickly. By this point, Yujin and Wonyoung were no longer former project idols rebuilding careers. They had become some of the main names of the fourth generation. Yujin's work on Earth Arcade continued to be recognized throughout 2023, keeping her visible beyond music. Wonyoung took on more brand partnerships throughout the year. Fashion, beauty, and luxury brands lined up. By the end of 2023, she was ranked the top advertising model in Korea. SSERAFIM pushed globally. Their album came with heavy international promotion. The group appeared on major global stages, while the B-side spread widely beyond Korea. Their audience grew fast, balancing IVE's domestic strength with global reach. The solo artists settled into their rhythm. Eunbi's Underwater exploded. The song reached listeners beyond her fan base and opened new doors. Her waterbomb performances went viral, earning her the nickname Summer Queen and turning her into a festival highlight. Later in the year, she held solo concerts and appeared more frequently on variety shows. Yena released Love Word and Hate Rodrigo in the same year. Hate Rodrigo sparked controversy over its title and concept, pulling attention across entertainment media. Still, variety remained her strongest lane. She became a fixed cast member on several shows, known for quick reactions and easy humor. Music programs and festivals brought her in as a host, trusting her ability to carry a crowd. Yuri continued building steadily. She contributed multiple drama soundtracks, took on acting roles, and released variety appearances kept her active, while her work stayed spread across music and acting without leaning too far in one direction. Chaeyeon stayed active musically. In 2023, she released which became a massive hit, followed by she also appeared on several drama soundtracks, reaching audiences beyond performance-focused fans. The actors gained recognition. Hyewon starred in Boyhood, receiving positive feedback and continuing her transition into acting. Her projects showed steady progress rather than sudden leaps.
정말 멋진 MC였던 민주 씨, 감사의 마음을 담은 감사패를 받아주십시오.
아, 왜요?
Minju also stepped down from her role as a music show MC, quietly wrapping up that part of her career. During this period, she focused on connecting with fans through photo books and season's greetings, making sure she still gave something back while preparing for her next step. Nako, now fully focused on acting, filled her schedule with Japanese dramas, films, and variety appearances, staying consistently active throughout the year. By the end of 2023, everyone had found their footing. 2 groups at the top of the 4th generation, 4 solo artists with stable careers, the actors gaining recognition through steady work. What once felt uncertain had become stable. 2024 confirmed what had been building. IVE stayed on top. They released
Either way I'm good. 전부 좋다고.
followed by and more throughout the year. The group held their first world tour, performing across multiple continents. Yujin's schedule expanded far beyond group activities. She joined Crime Scene for seasons 4 and 5, sang the OST for Disney's Wish, and appeared regularly as a host for music shows and festivals. Brand deals followed steadily. By this point, Yujin was comfortable moving between music, variety, and hosting. Wonyoung went to another level. She held the highest number of brand partnerships among 4th-generation idols. Fashion, beauty, and luxury brands continued lining up. She hosted major festivals and remained active on variety shows. Her Lucky Vicky trend spread widely online, becoming part of everyday pop culture. She also went on writing lyrics for IVE's 2024 releases, and rankings showed what people already knew. She stood at the top of Korea's advertising industry. Her schedule stayed full, and her name stayed everywhere. SSERAFIM continued staying in global stages. They released Easy, Crazy, and Hot, completing a trilogy. In 2024, they made their Coachella debut, performing on one of the world's largest festival stages. Billboard chart kept showing the group. Sakura and Chaeyeon took on more songwriting work, while variety appearances widened their audiences. Brand partnerships grew alongside it. SSERAFIM became a global group. Then came the surprise. Hitomi left AKB48 and returned to Korea. After 3 years away from K-pop, she re-entered the industry as the leader of a new rookie group.
Look at us! 안녕하세요, 세븐입니다.
It's a full circle. She had first come to Korea through Produce 48, returned to Japan after IZ*ONE, and now came back to guide a new group. Her experience clearly influenced how she took on the role. The solo artists all peaked in different ways. Eunbi returned to Waterbomb in 2024, and by this point, the festival had become closely tied with her name. When you think of Waterbomb, you think of Eunbi. Her performances went viral again as Waterbomb expanded overseas, bringing her to international stages. She also appeared in the Japanese film Stolen Identity 3. She continued writing and composing, including work beyond her own songs. Yena stayed busy across entertainment. Variety shows continued booking her as a regular and guest. Hosting roles followed, and she released multiple songs throughout the year. By 2024, she fit naturally into any entertainment setting. December brought a major moment for Yuri. After a year filled with acting, music, and variety appearances, she joined the cast of Squid Game Season 2. The Netflix series introduced her to a global audience far beyond K-pop. The role marked a clear step into mainstream acting. Chaeyeon remained active across performance and variety, launching her own talk-based YouTube show. She continued releasing dance content, appeared on additional drama soundtracks, and released
Stop, don't call me. 말해 뭐해 뭐라고. 밤이면 밤마다
which spread quickly online. Her Water Bomb Busan performance went viral, drawing attention for its choreography and movement. The actors won major recognition in 2024. Hyewon's drama Boyhood from late 2023 became a massive success, leading to her winning Rookie of the Year at the 2024 Korea Drama Awards.
궁금한 게 있어서요.
네,
이상형이 어떻게 되세요?
말 안 거는 남자예요.
Her Wacky Willy commercial also went viral online, bringing her wider public attention.
선영 씨, 같이 식사하실래요?
아, 잠깐만요. 아, 엄마. 아, 오늘 할머니 제사였어? 빨리 갈게. 네, 할머니.
She also appeared frequently on Chaeyeon's YouTube channel, creating WIZ ONE reunion moments fans appreciated. Modeling work followed alongside her acting schedule. Minju's year moved fast. She starred in Connection and Hear Me Our Summer, then received Best New Actress at the 2024 SBS Drama Awards for Connection. Brand deals followed naturally. Her decision to focus on acting had clearly paid off. Nako stayed active in Japan, appearing in multiple dramas and films while hosting variety programs. She also became an official ambassador for Produce 101 Japan The Girls, bringing her journey full circle. By the end of 2024, none of the paths felt temporary anymore. Group leaders, solo artists, actors, and entertainers. Awards, global stages, and steady careers. What remained 5 years after disbandment was 12 careers that never stopped moving. Early 2025 showed that nothing had slowed down. I've continued touring worldwide, performing in sold-out venues across multiple continents. The scale of the tour made it clear how big the group had become. SSERAFIM followed with the Easy Crazy Hot Tour, reaching audiences across regions and maintaining strong visibility in Western media. Their global recognition placed them among the few fourth-generation groups with consistent international reach. Hitomi led Say My Name at K-Con Japan 2025, standing on a major stage as the group's leader. Yuri's year reflected how far her acting career had gone. She gained global attention as player 222 in Squid Game Season 2 and 3. At the same time, she released her third EP, Episode 25, continuing her music work alongside acting. Eunbi held her first solo tour, The Red, with concerts in Seoul and Taipei, followed by a solo show in Singapore. For WIZ ONEs, it was simple. Our leader was now carrying full concerts on her own. Yena released her fourth EP with the title track Being a Good Girl Hurts, along with a Japanese collaboration single. The releases brought her to new audiences while she stayed active across variety and hosting. Chaeyeon made her acting debut in the drama Let's Dance, which aired in early 2025. She received the Rookie Award at the 2025 SBS Entertainment Awards. Alongside acting, she continued music releases and dance content without stepping away from performance. Minju continued acting in Undercover High School. She earned a nomination for Best New Actress at the 2025 Blue Dragon Film Awards for Hear Me Our Summer. Her first lead film role, Shining, was announced for a 2026 release. Hosting work and brand deals followed throughout the year. Hyewon appeared in dramas such as Friendly Rivalry and Spirit Fingers. Variety appearances remained part of her schedule, keeping her visible across different formats. Nako stayed active in Japan, continuing her acting work through multiple projects that kept her consistently booked. Throughout the year, some members reunited in reality shows, giving WIZ ONEs precious chances to see them interacting again. Each time, the reaction came fast. Clips spread quickly, reminding fans that the connection built during WIZ ONE had never disappeared. 5 years after disbandment, something became clear. WIZ ONE ended, but nothing was lost. The separation gave each member room to grow in ways a single group never could. The legacy didn't stay in one place. It spread quietly and steadily across the industry. Can 12 members succeed separately after succeeding together? 5 years answered that question. IZ*ONE sold 2.79 million albums in 30 months. IVE and SSERAFIM each went on to sell millions more. Add the solo releases, and the total stretches far beyond what the group achieved together. Today, the 12 members work across continents. They release music, act in dramas and films, host shows, write for other artists, lead variety programs, and represent major brands. The reach only grew wider. What felt like loss in 2021 became expansion now. 30 months together built the foundation. 5 years apart built everything on top of it. IVE and SSERAFIM pushed each other forward as one of the biggest rivalries of the fourth generation. The solo artists moved without overlap, each settling into a space that fit them. Eunbi on festival stages, Yena across variety, Yuri crossing into global acting, Chaeyeon centered on performance. The actors proved idle beginnings could lead to serious recognition. Hitomi's return to K-pop as a leader passed that experience forward to a new generation. 5 years later, the truth is simple. IZ*ONE didn't disappear. It spread. The 12 members who cried together on the 14th of March 2021 did not stay together forever, but what they built held. Not in closeness, but in impact. Not in form, but in influence. The end created 12 beginnings. Each one strengthened the original. Looking at the 12 members now, all thriving in their chosen fields, the painful goodbye of 2021 takes on new meaning. That goodbye hurt because what they had was special, but that goodbye also freed them to become even more than they were together. IZ*ONE was never meant to stay in one place. Like a constellation, it scattered into individual stars. Each one shines on its own. Together, they still light the same sky.